Hello everybody, welcome home and welcome back to the Bazaar. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. I've gone on record a number of times saying that this is my least successful game on my YouTube channel, and it's true. But I picked it up again yesterday after a couple of weeks not playing it, and really, I still really enjoy this game. The whole pay-to-win drama seems to be behind us for any of those out there that do follow this game. And it's just a great game. And I'm going to play it some more. And I've been playing it a lot yesterday and today. And I just want to record some of it because I do. So here we are. Just so we are on... This is the first week of May I'm playing this on. So that's where we're at on content and patch notes and whatnot. So let's do it. Let's see how this goes. Had a couple of wins yesterday. Just getting reacquainted with it, so I'm not going to do any ranked. But, yeah. So, let's see here. So, we got 12 gold and 2 income. Enchanted item and 6 gold or a gold skill. I've done so poorly with the enchanted item. Even though it's... I like the idea, but the options you get are usually just absolute trash. So we're going to go with a gold tiered skill. And I'm going to go with right-handed. Perfect. Let's get some weapons here. Ooh, the shark claws are good. I want to run with those a couple hours ago. And narwhal is pretty quick. Do I want a shoe blade? I think I'll save my $2. The Viper does have... Oh, it's... Yes, I want that on my right mouse, because that's... Yeah, okay. That's gonna be the fastest weapon, so... Yeah, let's see if we can get a Poison Fang here. Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That would be more than ideal. We don't want... The only thing we don't want is the extract. That's the one thing we don't want. Alright, well, the gland is a... just behind that as far as things we didn't want, but we'll deal. Medium items... yeah, okay, I'll go here. Oh, katana. Even faster than narwhal. Yep, gotta be done. Okay, we out of here. And let's upgrade. We're out of money, so let's upgrade our shark claws. So now those are going to add 20 damage to all of our weapons every 5 seconds. I would say this is probably a win. But I do not claim to be a proper or a good judge at this. Yeah, we're gonna win. This is gonna be a no-brainer. This is gonna be over quickly. What did he start with? What did this guy even start? This person, sorry, even start with? He doesn't have a skill. He doesn't have any extra income. Man. Hopefully it's just a new player, and I say welcome, but thanks for the win. Otherwise, that's just some rough shop luck there. All right, board's going to expand shortly. Yep, we want lots of this. Cutlass is good, but not... It's so much more takeable and better when it has crit chances because it deals double crit damage. Right now we don't have any of that. So I think we're actually gonna take the bayonet and the switchblade. Where'd my switchblade go? Got caught in the netherworld. Alright. We're out of here. This is a pretty decent start, I think. So to the left of this. Okay. All right, that's actually not too big of a deal. It's still gonna... This right-handedness is still gonna apply to the katana. It's just gonna go off with the bayonet, so that's not too bad. And when you use an adjacent weapon, it gains 3. I mean, this doesn't matter if this goes next to the katana or next to the bayonet. I'm not sure if the bayonet actually can be improved by the switchblade, because you don't technically use this. It gets used. I think there's a difference there. So yeah, we're going to leave it just like that. We'll level up, get ourselves a bronze skill. I like this game because it's the only one I'm playing right now that actually can let me just play with one hand and sit back in my chair and relax. It's just, you just use the mouse. No controller, no WASD, no nothing. I mean, you could easily argue that you could just sit back in a controller, but sit back in your chair with a controller, but it's not quite the same. We don't want any of these. Excuse me. We definitely want these. We're going for a weapons build, so I mean, either get an extra 40 damage or an extra 20 damage. Well, let's go with the 40. Don't want burn, and we can't afford anything, so I guess we'll just go with the jungle ruins. 3 regen, 2 bronze tier loot. I'm gonna go with the regen. Alright, so I have a vague idea of what the monsters do, but I do check howbazaar.gg just to make sure. I guess the rogue scrapper is probably what we're looking for. Well, the warrior is pretty good too, but a lot of what he can give us is also shield-based, which is not what we want. Plus, the rogue scrappers get more experience points, so let's go that route. So the katana is going to get better with every time it goes and every time the shark claws go. Yeah, this is a pretty darn decent build so far. I had a couple builds in the last 2 days that get those builds where there's a lot of potential, but and the pieces you have, you think kind of work together and build an engine, but it's almost like you built a sputtering engine that can't quite start. And it looks good when you look at it, but when you break it down, it's not running on all cylinders. And that was that was intended to have all those motor metaphors right in there. Okay, so we don't have a lot of money. And, I mean, we might use the narwhal again, if I'm honest with you. Do we want 2 regen? I guess we'll go shopping. We've got 4 gold. None of these really appeal to me. Because they're medium items, if we re-roll, everything's going to cost at least 2. So, do I take the star chart, or do I walk? I'll take the star chart. It can be good for the, that one event that it's, oh, goody. Events that I hardly ever, like, take this event. Ever. I just don't like it. But 40 health? I know, because I can't afford any of the, this thing offers 4 things. The 4 cakes. The 3 cakes and then the bundle of little things. Are we just stuck to take the bundle of little things, I guess? Yeah, I think we are. 40 health is just not... Yeah, so we can get the one that improves your shields, one that improves your damage, and one that improves your crit. Or we can get 5 small treats. I believe it's like some gumballs and some chocolate. Yeah. Alright. Well, I mean... confidence is still high. Ooh, a shadowed cloak would go pretty nice. Yep. So this might just be a good starting build, but I think it's a pretty good build. Yeah, let's get a bronze weapon. Okay, the Calico. I've tried making this work a couple of times, and man, it just kind of just takes up space. I don't know. When you use another weapon, this gains 5% crit chance for the fight. And it deals double crit damage. So, like... So when I get this maxed out, it's guaranteed to do 60 damage every 7 seconds. Like, the katana does that on its own. So, I mean, unless I put it over here. But I don't think that's worth it. I don't think that's a good weapon. If we went to the Artisan Dunes, we can increase damage on something. It'd be 5 damage. Let's go for a tool. Okay. That's not nothing. I'd prefer to have this on the katana, but well... Alright, what if we tried this? No. We want the right-handedness to go on the bayonet. Alright, well I guess we'll do that for now. Would we upgrade a bronze? Definitely not upgrading the Calico. Let's take a risk. Let's get a haste item instead. That's not what we want. So haste a non-weapon, and wow, all we have is weapons, pretty much. Okay. Let's check the monster database. Beep boop 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 beep boop 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 beep. Okay, Hoverbike Hooligan is mostly about ammo. Frost Street Challenger, you might guess is all about Frost, and we're right. He does have a hand axe though, a silver one at that, which is not nothing. Weights, your weapons gain 10 damage and your heal items gain 10 heal. When you overheal, you charge this. I don't know, that's not nothing either. The, what's his nuts? The Flame Dancer has the Fiery Cutlass, but we still don't have any crit, and the Cutlass is only better when you have crit. Yeah, I mean, the weights or the axe could be interesting. What's this do? When you freeze, your weapons gain 6 damage. Yeah. When you freeze, your weapons gain 2 damage. All right, well, that might be useful later. We'll see. We might go up a level. Yeah, we should go up a level before the next fight. Okay, which means we'll get another 2 spaces on our board. Another Cutlass. You know, maybe we just get upgrade the star chart. And put that on the board. We're never going to use you. We're never going to use you. Which means we can reroll. Oh, how about that? Is that really what the katana does now? That's changed since I played it last. Katana, 5, 10, 15, 20 damage. Why did it go up by 16 points of damage? Oh. Yep, that makes sense. No, we can't afford those, so. We might... Okay, now we're going to go up a level. We weren't going to a second ago. Let's fight. Sure. I could go for another small one. Ah, man, I didn't buy a shoe earlier, and I don't want to buy one now. Because I really want to replace the Calico. Well... Yeah, the Calico I don't think is going to cut it. Unless you find a way to scale it. Ugh. Alright, fine. It does 6 damage, or 6 seconds, 40 damage. I've never used this weapon in my life. Not once. Are we about to? No. We're gonna use Narwhal. And adjacent items. 15% crit chance. What's the optimal layout here? Definitely want the Shark Claw's cooldown to be the lowest. The Switchblade is wasting its time there. Therefore, this is wasting its time there. So I guess we'll get the Calico out, because the Honing Steel. I had no plan. I had no dreams of keeping that thing anyway. So then, do we want to change the cooldown of the Calico then? No, I think I'll leave it like that. Well, now are we going to upgrade the Calico? Calico on how Bazaar. From bronze to silver, it gains 10 damage, and the crit increase goes from 5 to 10%. Oh, after all the smack I talked about you. All right, you can go in there. And then we'll lower your cooldown. All right, I'm not displeased with this so far. Yeah, I think we got you, no problem. We got some... Yep. Yippers. Alright, well, I think our next upgrade will be the Shark Claws. But what else are we looking for, then? 3 for 3 on the first 3 days. Not too shabby. We're looking for weapons, man. So we're going to go back to the Envoy on the Mountain Pass. Okay. You are entirely ammo. We are not at all ammo. You have more than half your health. Okay, we would definitely like your... How did you do so much damage to me? I think I need to watch that fight back. Well, he's just quick. Wow, alright. Okay, fair enough. Give me your skill. Please. That's not your skill. Well, we might get an ammo weapon at some point. I mean, we could transform the clockwork blades and see what we get out of that. But no, let's go shopping. We got some money to spend. Having that instead of the star chart. Yeah, I think I'm interested in that. Boom. Are we going to re-roll? I think we are, because we're going to sell those. What else we got? Nah, that was a waste of money. Too bad, so sad. Okay. Hellbilly. You give up left-handed. Well, that's interesting. I could really go for that. Diamond Scrap. We could possibly transform the Ganjo. which increases the damage for adjacent weapons, but by 15 damage. I mean, our figurehead does way more than that. A Hality, which is a multi-count. Well, that's interesting. Plus, you're the most experience points. Sold. Yeah, the Hality could be interesting. That could replace the Narwhal. That's not what we're looking for. Alright. Silver skills. We are not critting. Oh, that's not true. We crit 1% of the time. Where's that coming from? Oh, we sold those switchblades. Right, most item gets 16%. That's not bad. I think we can do better. I was wrong. I was dead wrong. First time you use an item, each fight haste to poison. When you burn, your items gain crit chance. Wow. Waste of money. If I take one of these, that pollutes the potential skill upgrade pool later on when we're not even going to use. That's a waste of money. That's really unfortunate. Really unfortunate. Let's just take the lost crate. Maybe make up for the skill loss right here. Okay. Sharpening stone. We could just put that on the bayonet, couldn't we? No, that should probably go on the calico, actually. Since we're kind of going down that route now. Well, or we could do gumballs. No. Gumballs are a risk, especially early on with no shields. Let's go to the sharpening stone. Add 5 damage to the calico. Yeah, that's becoming substantial. Are we in the right order here? When you use an adjacent weapon. This only gets used so often. I think I'm more inclined to leave it here. Weapon build versus weapon build. He's got some burn going on. Yeah. Boom. Yeah. 4 for 4. Not claiming this is sustainable to get us 10 wins, but I like to 4 for 4. That's a good start. I like that start. We still have the star chart, so we could go back to the docks, or we could go to the docks and get some money. Small, medium, yeah, that's where we're at. When you haste, we never haste, so we're gonna reroll all of that. Upgrade the calico. I probably owe you an apology later on. You also deal double crit damage. How much are you doing naturally? 11. This is getting an extra 40 damage. How? Oh, right, dur. Is a piranha worth putting in there? It's slower. One in 5 chance, but then it would. I think it is. I think that's worth it, and we don't want the catfish at all. We don't hate. We're not a hasten beast this time. Non-weapons, non-interested. Yeah, let's get some health, I guess. Little chocolate bars. Oh, we definitely want... what? I haven't had Trash Town Mayor too often. What's his deal? Your weapons gain 1 damage and you sell a small item, increase that bonus. Sharpening Stone, Brass Knucks, Pepper Spray. We want nothing to do with Infernal Envoy, but the Sabertooth. He has the shiny fang. We definitely want. We definitely like the idea of getting our hands on one of those. Please, 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 please. Dang it. Well, that's still pretty good. Aquatic item, no. Loot item. The only loot item we really are interested in would be cooldown reduction or damage. I'm inclined to go silver tier item. Oh, man. No, isn't that interesting? Double Calico run. Most intriguing. Okay, so now I'm wondering. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. The only cooldowns... Okay. The figurehead isn't doing anything for cooldowns, because everything is to the right. One trigger of the Shark Claws. We're basically back up to where the figurehead gets us. Figurehead gives us 25 damage. One Shark Claw trigger gives us 20. I'm not saying they're the same thing. I'm just saying they're close. What I'm saying is we could bring back in the star chart and put it in between the Shark Claw and the Calico, and the gold Calico. So after 4 seconds... So we basically lose 50 damage early on because the katana will go twice before the Shark Claws go. So we lose out on 50 damage there. But there's a good... I'm not sure, but I'm gonna give this I'm gonna roll with this and see how it goes. Ah, crap. I was hoping to get a fight there. Upgrade our skills. This is probably a bronze weapon, which I don't think interests us a whole bunch. Haste and slow. The only skill upgrade I'm really interested in right now would probably be strength. And that's going to cost us 20 gold. And right-handed we couldn't even afford, because that would be at least, I think it'd be 40 gold to get that. I might have those numbers wrong. Either way, this would only be an increase in 5, I think, and this would make us broke. I'm going to look at the haste and slow items. I wish I hadn't. Reduce the cooldown of all your items by 10%. Not just these two. Ugh, no. Nope, nope. I'm going to stick with what we got. I think this is right. Piranhas are 6-second cooldown. The Calicos are 7. But they both do double damage, but the Calico with the katana, that's gonna get crit damage. Or crit percentage. Out the yin yang. bad. Not bad. 5 for 5. So what do we need? What are we looking for now? I guess better weapons? Still don't want skill upgrades. Definitely don't want shield items. So we're going back to Alia. Huh. We could go without the switchblade and the star chart. And bring on a cannonade. This is a bit slow, as we don't have another vehicle or a large item, and we don't burn, so blunderbuss doesn't interest us too much. If we ditch the switchblade and the star chart, we could bring on the cannonade. Is that the way we want to go? If we put that all the way to, I don't know. I don't think that's the right move. I used cannonade on a build earlier today, and it went pretty well, but I don't think that's the right move for us right now. This is a bit more interesting. Maybe not. 8 burn is, what's that, 15 plus 20 is 26. That's 8 burn is 36 damage over 4 seconds. So over, okay. I'm comparing it to the cannonade. We don't have any haste. That's the thing. All we would charge the trebuchet with is weapons. I think it's a pass. I don't think the trebuchet gives us that much. We're going back to Andy. What do you got for us? We don't use burn. The blowgun. That could be interesting. No matter where it goes, it would be 17 damage, 17 poison. We could easily ditch the switchblade. Yeah, that's interesting. Let's do that. And if we put it over here, hole. Yeah, let's run that as an experiment. Don't want any of you. We could even bring out the... Do we want to bring out the figurehead? Okay, let's rearrange. I want to bring this thing's cooldown down. Yes, I think that's much better. All right, interesting. Interesting turn of events. Upgrade a silver. Yep, we're definitely going to upgrade the shark claws. Or do you want to upgrade the star chart? 20% cooldown. Nope, we want shark claws. All right, interesting. I don't think we're beating a lich. I've only ever since the big large patch where they made the lich a bit more. I believe they made the lich a bit more beatable. I still have only beaten him once. The mosquito's all about slow and cooldown. What's our foreman about? Tools and shield. Guess we're going mosquito. Maybe we can get the cooldown on the blowgun. With that fight, I'm not convinced we have... Oh, for crying out loud. I did not want to proboscis. I'm not convinced we have a definite winner here. I'm not. But I think I think the best choice out of those is going to be some HP. Fight a monster. Yeah, that's a shot we get. It's a shot we can go up a level here, and I think we will. Yes, we will. Should we win? That is. I'm not fully clear. I know that they've certainly adjusted the duplicate issue around items. I'm not sure if we can get a second shark claw, but man, that'd be interesting, now, wouldn't it? Or would it? I'm not even sure I'd use it. Well, there answers my question. I'm hoping it wouldn't, because now I need to think about what I want to do. I mean, I think you just got to get rid of Star Chart, right? Haste, charge, crit. No, definitely gold tier skills. When you slow, no. When you have, nope. That's a hard no. When you haste, no. First time you crit each fight, charge one item. Alright, I guess. I mean, no to that and no to that, so, you know. Alright, this could be interesting. So the blowgun won't crit anymore. But it's going to have well over 100 poison before, or by the time it actually goes off. So I think we beat this guy. All he's doing is healing, and we're scaling out the yin yang. So yeah, you're done, son. That's the kind of build we can beat, and we're now 6 for 6. I've only ever gotten a... I'm not going to even say it. Not going to say it. It's like jinxing it. Ammo items, no. Shield item, no. I guess we're getting health. I don't think we're going to be using any of these anymore. I mean, like, there's no reason to replace the bayonet. I can't... Because the Shark Claws upgrades apply to that. I mean, the Narwhal goes off faster than the Calico, but no, there's no reason to keep those anymore. Aquatic item, no. Transform, no. I guess we'll get small items. I mean, before I came here, I should have thought of, if we come here and we buy something, what are we replacing? Probably the Silver Calico. We're not going to replace it with any of these, though. Well, 20% crit chance. I think I just tucked myself into it. I'm curious. No, I don't even know. I don't even know why I was considering it. Probably the Shock Trooper. Monsters, day 7. Shock Trooper. Lots of burn. But Viper Tyrant's all about poison, and Ghost Pepper's all about burn. So we just want experience points. Although we have a blowgun. I totally didn't think of that. It also has a Toxic Fang. I could have possibly put that in instead of the bayonet. That was dumb. That was a little silly, but we got the full experience, so I don't feel super stupid about it. When you burn, we're not going to burn, so we don't want it. I already regret taking the snowstorm. Do-do-do. I guess try the Bazaar Con. I am leaning toward the experience, but I'm just too curious as the possibilities. When you sell this, holy moly. Okay. All right. So do we sell that or do we think about transforming it? And we put it on... I think we put it on the bayonet. I'm torn there. Again, the only loot we want is cooldown or damage. We don't want an ammo item. I think I just want the silver tier item. Not that. We have a very narrow-minded build, so to speak. So the items we get on those random pickups are rarely gonna work for us. So, oh man, what do we add this to? Okay, so 3 weapons go off before the calico even goes, giving it another 45 critical chance, meaning a 65% crit chance when it goes off. That's pretty good. I think we have to. I think it's important we take that leap. Small and large, probably not going to apply to us too much. Oh heck, let's go to the docks. Yeah, I think this is the best our build gets right now. All shield. That's good because we're doing physical damage. We'll take down his shield as we attack. That's less good. But the poison will help as well. Don't let that spike shield go off with so much shield on him. I think we're okay. We're good. 7 for 7. What's this one? Your shield items have +1 shield for every 4 gold you have. That must be a Pygmalion specific skill. I've only ever played Vanessa. I've only ever played Vanessa. I've never ever played any other character. Is that narrow-minded? You bet it is. Okay, I guess we'll up... We don't want any of those. We don't want any of those. I guess we'll upgrade the bayonet. Everything in bronze... Nope, that must be the bayonet. Oh, goody. 5 more damage. Yep, we're going shopping. Goodness. If only. We don't use any ammo. Does not apply. Obsidian Narwhal. Okay. That's interesting. That's going to gain double. That's going to gain 60 damage from this and 40. That's going to gain 100 damage every 5 seconds. I'm going to buy you. I'm going to put you here in place of the amulet, just for the NPC, or the AI fight. Okay. Infernal Frigate is all about burn, burn, and more burn. Wandering Shoal is about slow and poison. Don't do any of that. But we do want experience points. And the odds of getting any of the cooldown stuff from the Cosmic Rock are extremely low. So I think we'll take the sure route and go with the experience from the shoal. I'm comfortable with that. Did I keep the silver calico? I wonder if that might be the better way to go now. Alright, let's check this out. The silver calico did 450 damage. The narwhal only did 5... Or I shouldn't say only, but narwhal did 510. I'm very torn. I'm not sure what is the right way to go. Piranha. All that, you gave us a piranha. All the things you have, and you gave us a piranha. What does a slowed katana do? 2 items for 1 second. What about a slowed shark claw? 2 items for 1 second. What about a slowed bayonet? When you use weapon to the left of this, slow 1 item per 2 seconds. Well, no. Let's go. Let's get risky. The katana goes go off the most, so we're gonna enchant that with something. Looks like that's probably slow. It is. Small and medium, get a weapon. The dunes. That can give us an extra 10 damage on something. I don't know, extra 10 damage on the narwhal seems kind of interesting. But let's go shopping. Shopping is fun. Not when it's that crap. Yeah, we're not doing anything of when you crit, hasten item, adjacent items have. Yeah. I think that's a pass. The agents have found us. Good timing. We're up for a fight. What do you have that I want? Deal damage equal to 15% of your enemy's max health. Interesting. Weapons gain 4 damage for the fight. I don't see how that'll fit in here. Slow all enemy items for 3 seconds. Not interesting. I'm just here for the experience. Yeah. Although, you need to go. All right. I know we disenchanted our katana. That's a 6-second cooldown, though. Oh, that's tough. I don't think we're going to be using you anymore. We still don't have an ammo item, but I see no sense in selling you until we know we're not going to get one. If we put the cutlass and the amulet in, what will we take out? We do like our shark claw business. I mean, the most logical is, I mean, do we take out the blowgun? It's really slow. No, that does like 150 poison. We take out probably the bayonet and the katana, I guess. But then, erg. I'm torn. I don't think the narwhal is the way to go, but I will test it on the smell. Interesting choice. I have no idea what I'm up against here, so. Scale faster, my pretties. Works for me. 8 for 8. I mean, you win day 8 against the dually relatively handily. I'm not sure you mess with anything here. I don't think the star chart's coming back. I guess we could have brought in star chart. We could have gotten rid of these 3. Brought in star chart. Nope, that wouldn't have worked. Disregard. I'm buying some expensive chocolate bars and leveling up. Freeze. Yes, weapon skills. Rightmost from 40 to 50. Weapons have 10% crit. I think that's probably the most important. 5 damage is negligible considering we're gaining 50 every 5 seconds. And yeah. Unless you want to let's reroll for fun. Ooh. Reduces cooldown. Oh. That's interesting. When your enemy has more health than you, your weapons have cooldowns are reduced by 20%. I'm going with that. It might just sound good, but man, it sounds good. It's not time for gumballs. I guess we'll just go buy some items. Nope. I mean, we could buy the fishing rod for some econ. Small gold every day. I don't think we're going to need it. No, we're out of here. Okay. Day 9. Pharaoh's Khan. Excuse me. Does have gold right and left-handed. He does have the Shadow Cloak. If we took Shadow Cloak, we'd probably remove... would we use the Obsidian Narwhal with the Shadow Cloak? Adds 7 damage whenever it triggers. And the Enclave Reaper Revenant is all poison. Alright, we'll take on Khan. We'll endure his wrath. Get it? I think we should get him in time. Yep, it was a bit closer than I thought it would be, but... Oy. Come on, skill. That's not a skill. I don't want your sniper rifle. Are we going to fight a monster? Yes, we are. What do we want here? Absolutely nothing. There's absolutely nothing you have that I want. Whatever sells for the most. Yeah. If you have 5 or fewer items in play, your weapons have 25 damage. Alright, that might come in handy. But we'll need a large item to make that happen. I guess we'll spin a wheel. Ka-ching. And we're getting more money. Gain 20 gold. As if we need it. We don't need more money. Gold tier loot. We're just going for a gold tier item. Interesting. Okay, well, I still think the Calico is doing pretty well. What would we remove? Well, to make it down to 5 items, it would have to be 3 smalls. I don't think we're using them anymore. So it would probably be that, that, and that. You know, that might not be bad. That might not be half bad. This will gain 50 damage every 5... You know, let's... I don't know. I don't know, but I want to find out. Croutons with a Z, because I'm Canadian. That's a lot of regen. That is a lot of regen. That's a lot of burn you're putting on me. Yeah, we lose this. That's okay. I don't think we would have won that with the other build anyway. Has our luck come to an end? Let's go medium and large, seeing as how we're kind of loaded. All right, well, I'll buy the upgraded amulet just in case. And no larges. And another bayonet. All right, well, we got stuff to fall back on if the Hydra doesn't work out. Sorry, eels. It looks like a Hydra. Non-weapons. Nope. Nope. Sure. I guess I'll throw on another 5 regen, I suppose. Lord Arkan. I'm pretty sure we can beat him. What does he have to offer us? When you use an item, shield 40. That's a pretty good... That's a pretty good skill. Eclipse is his legendary item. Cooldown 15. Use all your items. When you use an item, deal 100 damage. The first time you fall below half health each fight, use this. I mean, we probably got it. The other two offer us next to nothing. The Gatling gun is very interesting. Diamond Gatling gun would be very interesting. Very interesting. Well, I believe the eels. Yeah, when it comes diamond, enemy item use charges at 3 seconds. So every, I mean, that's really tough to pass up. Shark claws, 40 damage added when it goes to diamond. I think the calico is good where it's at. Oh, yeah. Can't upgrade the eclipse. When you use an item. Like, do you bring back... Do you put the eclipse in for the eels and bring back... Like, take out a silver shark claw, maybe bring back a narwhal and a calico or something? I might be insane, but I think the eels offer us something. Are we gonna transform something? And my cat's now in the room. No, we're gonna... I guess we'll go aquatic. I don't really know why. I guess I'm looking for another shark claw, because I don't want those. The dock lines are very interesting, but that's a pass. Let's fight for some more practice. Interesting. More money. What do we want out of this? The crit reduces items cooldown by a second. I'm not entirely convinced there's anything here we actually want. Although, the pendulum might go well where the silver shark claw is. Because that, when the Hydra gets, disregard. Yeah, whatever. Will we transform the Myrrh? I guess it's possible. I don't think we're gonna use the Eclipse either. We're not getting anything with ammo. You're gone. And I'm torn. I don't think this is a great build anymore. But against the right build, it could be. I just don't know. That's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a massive problem. And just like that. Oh no. Is that day? No, we're not. We're not on lethal, are we? No, we're not. Okay. Leftmost weapon has +2. When you buy weapon, increases bonus by 4. When you freeze, reload. First time enemy falls below half health, charge your items. I think that's the right move there. Okay, I think we need to shift here. We need to pivot here. I don't think I'm not convinced the shark claws are the way to go here. It's 5 items, isn't it? 5, yeah. So I put this in, everything goes down. That's not what we want. I don't want small items. I don't want 14 regen. I don't want... Dang it, I didn't mean to do that. Are we going to use the Eclipse? We probably should. It basically adds 100 damage to our katana alone. Adds 200 damage to the katana. Okay, I should have done that a while earlier. This is a weapon. Okay, yeah, I should have done this before. That was stupid. Okay. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of... Are we getting rid of the... I don't want to get rid of the eels, though. I'm getting rid of the calico. But now I have to get rid of something else. I'm getting rid of the amulet. I need to test my build. Let's just get more experience. I do not want to fight Void Colossus. That guy scares me. And we have no ammo, so the hulking experiment is out. Trash Titan, sure. Yeah. Should have done that a long time ago. Ha ha. Very funny. Alright, let's dig for an item, I guess. What the heck are you? No. We're going fishing. Friend, nope. Nope. Not use. Don't use ammo. Come on. You are a vehicle. Charge a tool. We don't use tools. We don't have any ammo. I used the captain's quarters in a really fun run earlier today. But I don't think... It's definitely not going to beat the Eclipse. Nope. Charge on there a small 5 seconds. Not interested. Huh. That's pretty good. I'm not going to take it, but it's pretty good. I got so much money. I got more money than I know what to do with. All right, we're just out of here. I should... Why did I take nothing? That was stupid. Very, very, very stupid. All right, let's just go for the gold loot, I guess. Yeah, I figured as much. All right, well, I guess we'll go gumballs now. Hopefully some damage. Blue and red. There's no blue. Blue and red. Again, no blue. That's disappointing. All right, let's see if we can do this. Kudos for him for getting for getting that name, and it wasn't already taken when he asked for it. That's going to be a lot of burn. I mark my words, it's going to be a lot of burn. And a lot of freeze, and we're a lot of dead. Yep, I think our luck has run out. Can you enchant the Eclipse? You can. With heal. When you use an item, heal equal to this item's damage. You know, that's not nothing. Excuse me. I think what I'd like is another katana to go in place of the other shark claw. But we'll fight a monster. Oh boy. I don't like where this is going to go. Wow, you destroyed my katana. Well, at least we're healing. Okay. Huh. I wonder what I would want out of this. When you shield, this gains 1 burn. I did not want that. We don't do any of those things at all. All right, medium and large, I guess. Okay. Ooh. That's interesting. Yeah, I want that. I think that's the right move. A little bit of shield, but also a lot faster. And we'll upgrade the shark claws. And yeah, we'll go with the octopus. Ooh. Oh man, if we got the octopus, that would be sick. Oh man, I'm just doing the math. Wow, that'd be really good. Oh, please, please, please. Please. Ah, too bad. Yeah, it's still a 6-second cooldown. I don't think I want that. Okay, well, gumballs work better now. What are the other ones? Spare change, definitely not. Medium items. What would we be looking for? Maybe an upgrade on the submersible? I think we just go All right, I think yeah. The eels weren't nearly as good as I thought they would be. All right. Oh, are you? And the game's bugging out. Okay. Okay. Last time I went to the main menu, it completely deleted my run. Okay, so I'm waiting for what the why don't All right. Well, I'm not going to risk losing this run because of a bug. So I'm actually just going to leave the encounter. Can I sell these now? What the hell? Sells enchanted items. All right. Well, you can count me or color me interested. When you use another non-weapon item, charge this. All we have is weapons, so scratch that. We don't slow. Oh, no, not that good. Yeah, I do not trust. I do not trust this to not destroy my run. First time 5 times you use an aquatic item each fight, haste 1. Item for 1 second. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I've got a couple of those. Are you aquatic? You're not. All right. Well, it may not matter because we might just lose right here, but faith. No, I think we're good. Okay. Well, we may not be able to buy anything because those stupid gumballs have glitched. But if that's what it might take to get us 10 wins, then so be it. Enchant an item with burn effects. Can I sell these yet? Of course not. Interesting. Okay. I don't think the katana... Well, I shouldn't say slow isn't doing anything for us. Alright, I gotta know what's... Fiery. When you burn for 10% of this... That would basically give everything like 20 burn. Instead of healing. What's gonna be more important? We are basically on a... I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make the eclipse burning eclipse. We're on an aggressive run here. That's worth 100 gold. We're not gonna transform anything, I don't think, because I still can't sell those goddamn things. Nope. And nope. Nothing doing. That looks pretty cool though. We'll do Lord of the Waste. Well, let's just double check. Trash Titan. Use a small item. Charge a large one. We only use one small one. It doesn't fire very often. Let's just get the experience. What was that? 138 burn in, what, like 5 seconds? What are you going to give us? Ooh. When any player uses an item, all items gain 2% crit. I don't think I want that. I could be dead wrong on that, but I don't think I want that. I'm level 18 already. Gold tier or gold or diamond tier item. I gotta check. Nah, that's too bad. I did not mean to sell that, but that's okay. I wasn't using it anyway. Let's go medium items. Maybe we can upgrade a katana or a submersible. Not happening. No, I think we've got a pretty darn good setup here. I'm not going gumballs again. Let's go aquatics. Nope. Nope. All right, do or die. I was going to try pronouncing that name, but I didn't want to in case it was a slur or something. Frozen katana is no fun. But I think we got... Oh, yeah, we're good. Wow! My first Bazaar video in months, and it's a 10-piece. Well, this is definitely a whole lot longer than my videos normally are, but we'll upload this on a random day or something, and if you watch, great. If you don't, hey, all the power to you. It's not your jam, and you can't hear this anyway, so. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed playing. I really enjoy this game. It's not a perfect game, but I really it checks all the boxes in my brain. So I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. And as always, be kind, be strong, and be awesome. And take care of yourself out there.